From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Montana wants to get rid of its investments it has in Russia, but so far it can't do so. Coming up, find out why it's so hard to get out of those Russian investments. And Butte citizens will soon get a chance to decide if they want some extra taxes on marijuana sales, how much that tax will be, and how the money will be used, also coming up. Well, happy Monday, Southwest Montana, 6:30. Chet Lehman, Mike Hurd with you here. Matt is on vacation today, and you're having to celebrate the beginnings of spring ahead with an early morning rise.
You know, I'm not usually up this time of the morning unless I've got, again, a shotgun and two Labrador retrievers following me into a duck blind, but no, this morning I came into work.
Our friends at Fish, Wildlife and Parks, he's not doing that
No,
this morning,
no, I'm
by
not
the way.
doing that.
He's not doing that this morning, yeah.
That's right. Temperatures right now are in the 20s and 30s, a little cool out there. And again, for Bozeman, it is a touch on the icy side. So watch Bozeman pass. We did see a little rain and snow late yesterday and last night. It could be a little icy. Watch those bridge decks. If you're heading south towards Big Sky, 191, again dealing with some icy roads here early this morning. But it is a dry day. We have a little high cloud cover aloft, and temperatures should be warming up well above average by this afternoon. And we'll take a look at that St. Patrick's Day forecast coming up in just a minute.
And please, folks, don't freak out if you see Mike driving by the duck pond up on campus. He's just going to campus there.
You quack me up.
Just, yeah. 6:31, our top story this half hour. 11 days ago, Montana Governor Greg Gianforte announced he was starting the process for the state to divest all Russian assets in the state investment pool. MTN's John Shearer explains what is happening now and why no assets have been sold so far.
While the state wants to sell off those Russian assets, it hasn't actually happened yet. Here's why. First, it's a big job just to identify them.
Simply because we just don't know what the total portfolio of the oligarchs is. We don't really know what the total portfolio of major state-managed companies in Russia actually are.
But state officials did manage to track it all down.
We were able to identify through our custodial bank where our assets are and were in the case of Russia.
Here's how it breaks down. $15 million of that is invested in Russian companies. Another $200,000 is invested in Belarus, and $4.2 million is invested in Ukraine. But there's a second problem in getting rid of those investments.
There's either restrictions on the American side or restrictions on the Russian side that are basically prohibiting us from selling these assets.
Besides that, Russian stocks are plunging in value.
Since Russia has become all but uninvestable, that has shrunk relatively quickly.
Even if Montana could sell those assets now, it wouldn't be worth it. Villa says the investment board will instead take a long view and wait until it's legal and more financially responsible to make a move. Besides, the state of Montana has a $15 billion investment portfolio. So, with less than $20 million in question, the investment board says that's only 6/10,000ths of 1% of the money that is at risk.
So, this won't be felt by the people of Montana.
The investment board says most of the money is in pension funds. A very small amount is in the Montana State Fund. Now, economist Smith says while the state may not be able to sell its Russian assets just now, announcing the desire to do so is still important.
In a way, it's a symbolic effort that is important for many, many folks. We have a significant Ukrainian population within Montana.
There is overwhelming support in the U.S. for sanctions on Russia's oil and gas. And the willingness to pay more as a result cuts across race, region, and even income. It is driven, Americans say, by a desire to help Ukraine and punish Russia.
We're standing up for democracy around the world.
John Shearer, MTN News.
6:35 now. This week, the Federal Reserve meeting to discuss raising interest rates for the first time in years, with leaders believing raising rates will help with inflation, which continues to be highest in some 4 decades. But how does a rate hike really impact you? Our Joe St. George explains.
I already know what you're thinking. Another person on TV talking about interest rates. I get it. It's boring, but it impacts you. And if you give me just 90 seconds, I'll tell you why. With the clock ticking, let's start with the big meeting on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's when the Federal Reserve will discuss and likely decide on raising interest rates. The Federal Reserve is the government agency that sets rates for the country. When an increase happens, buying a house, getting a loan, your credit card balance, and even your savings account are impacted. Let's start with your credit card. The average credit card debt in the U.S. is around $5,500. The average interest rate is 16%. If interest rates are raised by around 1%, as is predicted, your monthly minimum payments will go up a few bucks, and if that's all you pay, the debt will be $300 to $400 more in the end. How about a car loan? A monthly payment on a $25,000 loan would only cost about $5 to $15 more. How about a house? A $400,000 mortgage would be around $200 more each month, and $70,000 more over the course of 30 years. That may impact someone's decision to buy, and it could cool off a red-hot housing market. There are some benefits to a higher interest rate. You will earn more from your savings account now. Not to mention, the reason the Federal Reserve is doing this is so inflation comes down. The thinking is that if things cost a bit more to borrow, people won't buy as much, forcing prices to stabilize. How'd I do on time? Okay, not bad. It really is important, though. We'll let you know what the Federal Reserve decides later this week. In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.
All right, 6:36. Voters in Butte will get a chance to vote on whether they want a local tax on marijuana sales during the June 7th primaries this year. MTN's John Amy has the story.
Voters in Butte Silverbow will get a chance in June to decide if they want to put a local tax on marijuana sales. Voters will get to choose between two initiatives, the first being a 3% tax on recreational marijuana sales and a separate initiative on a 3% tax on medical marijuana sales.
I'm glad that Silverbow has split the tax options in the vote. So there will be a vote on a recreational 3% as well as a medical 3%, and you can vote differently on both of those options.
The state already taxes recreational marijuana sales at 20% after recreational sales became legal on January 1st. The current medical marijuana law was passed in 2016, and the state taxes it at 4%.
I would personally will vote against it for the medical tax portion. I just don't believe medical cannabis should be taxed.
If the local taxes are adopted, Butte's commissioners will determine where those funds will be spent. Some dispensary owners support a local tax on recreational cannabis.
Yeah, it would be good to see it, go to schools, roads, rehabilitation efforts, all sorts of things like that. So there's no shortage of things we could use, that's for sure.
Distributors don't believe any new tax is going to hurt sales, which have been very brisk since recreational marijuana was approved at the beginning of the new year.
Honestly, the change from medical to medical and recreational has been amazing. We've got lots of new customers, lots of new faces, lots of returning faces.
And that's the story from Butte. John Amy reporting. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Again, that will be on the ballot in June for voters in Butte. Meantime, what do mushrooms, seaweed, and Peruvian alpacas all have in common? Well, they're among the materials going into socks and t-shirts and part of a growing movement to use eco-friendly fabrics in clothing. Amanda Brandeis explains how consumers are driving change in even the largest corporations.
Hey, Mama.
When Chris Cody envisioned his future,
This never gets old.
he didn't see alpacas.
Never. No, I studied neuroscience.
But on a backpacking trip through Peru, he saw a connection.
Where the science plays into PACA is actually looking at nature as a technology.
Native to the Peruvian Andes, alpacas can withstand hot days and freezing conditions at night.
They have this thing called crimp.
Their fleece is both soft and resilient, warm yet breathable.
Evolved for millions of years in this extreme climate, and so I studied like looking at the fiber under a microscope, and like you see these air pockets in it that carry warmth but also repel moisture. Bacteria can't grow on it, and bacteria cause smell.
Cody now employs over 100 skilled artisans in Peru. His company PACA pays women fair wages while creating a product better for the planet.
When you make something really great, it lasts, and the goal is to make clothing that you hold with purpose. Careful of the poop.
He wants people to check their clothing tags like they do food labels at a grocery store.
We don't believe in fossil fuels for our clothing, which are mainly petroleum-based, like polyester, nylon, or spandex, or acrylic.
A study in the journal Nature shows how the growing market for cheap clothing is taking a toll on the environment, with excessive water use and microplastics polluting our ocean. And more brands are taking notice, looking for eco-friendly alternatives.
I don't think they have an option. I think consumers are waking up and they're asking for it.
Companies like Nike are debuting products with plant-based fabrics. From mushroom leather to pineapple fiber, cork fabric is being used to make performance wear and even bulletproof vests. You can also wear seaweed, cactus, and bamboo.
It's the best time ever to be creating and innovating within material science.
Cody believes nature has the answer to our biggest challenges.
Nature is already sustainable. We're just trying to put more of it into the products we make. Change the way we connect to the earth.
I'm Amanda Brandeis reporting.
All right, 6:41. We're going to take a break here on Montana This Morning. We come back. All your headlines on this.